This is not going to end well for the Bears. Sorry, Bears. Sorry. Not going to win this time. We got a lot of stuff to break down. We have new buyers coming in, positive macro news, good news for our altcoin bags. It's going off, guys. We're going to talk about all of it. And yeah, the prices are kind of at the time of recording, but big picture here, stuff's going on. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Daniel, MJ, Samuel, Sue, Logan, Lex, Mad Mike, Tic Tacky Toe, Eat My Guns, Andre, Monty, Tiny Snowman. Let's go, Andy. Dinosaur Muscle Cars, Monopoly. I see you guys. What is up? What is up? So, answering your question, second half of the stream. Stick around for the good times. Check it out. America pausing tariffs on select Chinese goods until August 31st. The art of the deal, baby. Art of the deal. Capitulate on everything. It's hilarious. No, this was actually good for the markets. Showers on. Lachlan's listening in the shower. What up? Have a good shower, brother. Fantastic. This is good. Markets pumped on this news. Have since retraced some of that move, but the markets liked it. Why wouldn't they like it? This is good. More tariff pauses equal good things happening. Okay. All the tariffs keep getting paused and pushed and delayed and delayed and delayed, and deals get made, and it's fine. Stocks are down 0.4% on the day. Nothing too much to sneeze at here, but it's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal. Bitcoin, after initially rallying a bit yesterday on that news, we got up to 106.5. Currently back sitting right on top of the 20-day EMA, yellow line on the chart here. Now, the MACD downtrend has cooled itself off a little bit. We're seeing histogram flipping over, showing that momentum might slowly be trending back in the right direction. But hey, honestly, feel better already. Who needs therapy when you got Lark? Monty, what's up, man? Nice to see you. So this is interesting. Okay, let's see how we continue moving out over the next few days here. Obviously, that previous uptrend line, amazingly still kind of holding. It got a lot sloppier, let's say, but yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Bitcoin's looking fine, guys. Even if we see this just be one of those kind of situations where this kind of BS happens. Yeah. If that were to play out, still not even that big of a deal. What are we going to get? A retracement back to 100K, upper mid 90s? It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I know what you're thinking, though. If we go back to mid 90s for Bitcoin, your altcoins are basically going to zero. It's been kind of like that recently. It's been a rough ride. Hey, by the way, guys, make sure to stick around. We'll be announcing the winners of today's $1,000 giveaway thanks to BitUnix. So just hold on. We'll be getting to that in a few minutes. Full is posting this one. Don't want to alarm anyone, but McQuan said that he has a 99.9% success rate of shorting this bearish pattern on Bitcoin 3 falling peaks pattern. All right. Are we getting our third peak here? Maybe. If so, shiver me timbers. Down we go. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Plenty of bearish takes out there if you're looking for them. But then you have this kind of news coming in. Check this out. Hong Kong's Raytar. Don't. The D's silent. Raytar Logic Tech announces plans to buy $1.5 billion of the Bitcoin. Guys, we basically cannot get through a single damn day without another company coming out and announcing, I'm going to buy $1 billion, $500 million, $1.5 billion. That's an insane amount of Bitcoin, man. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, it's just one company. Like, we get multiple company announcements a week like this now. We are now getting into a situation. Adam, what's up, man? Nice to see you. We're now getting into a situation where the Bitcoin accumulation by corporates is matching the biggest weeks of inflows to the ETFs. We're literally seeing billions of dollars a week announced. Now, not every penny gets put in the second that they announce. Obviously, they have to raise, they have to deploy the money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like, what's the long tail effect of all these companies? They just keep announcing. They just keep coming out. It's crazy stuff, man. Bank of America warns the U.S. dollar may continue to decline this summer. Dollar weakness. Well, Trump won it anyway. Trade tensions, high debt, etc., potentially boosting assets like gold and Bitcoin. Bitcoin to the moon, says Bank of America. CryptoCon, no free lunch this cycle. If you want to make it to the Bitcoin cycle top, you're going to have to be tough. You'll have to be patient every damn time. It's always the same, guys. RSI 50 shows clear as day. There has been no attempt at a cycle top yet. Beating the odds means believing when no one else does. Now, you might say, whoa, but diminishing returns, Lark. Look at how these peaks slightly go down over time. Perhaps, but I highly doubt it. My guess is that the cycle peak for this cycle is going to look a lot like other cycles. And again, I know I keep going on about it, but global M2 is pumping. The business cycle ain't nowhere near the top. We're still very much in the red on the business cycle and the red on the credit cycles. Bitcoin, risk assets, none of this stuff historically tops until the business cycle tops. We ain't nowhere near close to the business cycle topping, okay? Not a single on-chain indicator has flashed to say the Bitcoin top is in, which makes me think the Bitcoin top's probably not in. Oh, is it going to go up in a straight line? It never goes up in a straight line, but we're heading in the right direction. That's enough. That's enough sometimes, guys. Okay, anyway, yeah, higher, guys. Tom Lee predicts Bitcoin could hit $3 million long-term, $250K by the end of 2025. Yes, this is the way. Guys, free money. So, BitUnix, guys. Now, you know, we've been doing a lot of the trading over there. I've been showing you the trades I'm doing over there. So, we're doing a lot of my trading these days on BitUnix. Now, if you want to be able to trade with no KYC, no VPN, and now some people, oh, Lark, why no KYC? Look what just happened to Coinbase, right? Like, literally leaked people's photo IDs, home addresses, and crypto balances. Like, fuck. Anyway, no KYC, no VPN means anyone, anywhere can trade on BitUnix. You'll get $400, up to $400 in deposit bonus. You can see the exact details here. You can get up to $2,000 in trading bonuses. You can see the details here on the screen as well, and a $10 sign-up bonus. Plus, thanks to guys over at BitUnix, we're giving away $1,000 a day starting today. Every live stream. Okay, so 2 people are going to get $500 each. That's the deal. So this is everybody who signed up in the last 24 hours on BitUnix. We have in total 56 signups. Fantastic. So we're going to use Grok. We'll do this nice and fair. Have Grok make the decision here for us. Grok. Oops. Those are not mine. Don't know where those came from. Anyway, 56. Grok, please choose 2 random numbers from 1 to 56. Anyway. 42 and 19. Fantastic. 19. Now look, oh, is that? Don't have it. 42 and 19. 42 and 19. You guys are the winners today. Look, these are just the user IDs here, so we're obviously keeping everyone's privacy. So if you want to check if that's you, go check your user ID. But the $500 will be showing later in your My Rewards section. Okay, so if you are either user ID 442713131 or 42, right? Yes. Or user number 849874144, then you get $500. Go check your rewards section. It should show up later today. Thanks, guys, BitUnix, for the sweet free money. Okay, continuing. ETF flows, around 2,530 Bitcoin were sold. 30,000 ETH were bought on June 2nd. Very interesting behavior. $250 million outflows for BTC, $78 million inflows for ETH. All right. Rock and roll. William, yeah, you got to sign up, make a deposit, and then you'll be in the draw for the win for tomorrow. Okay? That's the deal. Lark lessons and private material there. Anyway, Ethereum Foundation announces major restructuring, rebranding its protocol R&D team as protocol focused on scaling the layer 1. Thank you, Ethereum. Thank you. About damn time. Scaling blobs. I'm less excited about that. It's kind of, anyway, whatever. And improving user experience. Good things. ETH, of course, had a beautiful bounce yesterday. We were talking about this in the trading video earlier today. I've got that trade order open at $2,680. They'll be retaking the 200-day SMA here, okay? But we're stuck in the range. ETH stuck in the range. But the thing is, look at how just kicked in the balls a lot of altcoins are right now. Massively so. ETH has definitely been kicked in the balls a lot, but it is slowly recovering. And it's had this nice consolidation range here. Now, obviously, if everything nukes, it's going to break out of the range and go down to $2,000 or $2,100 again, sure. But look at the strength it's been showing relatively. I would say all we need is one tiny little spark, and ETH's going to reprice up to 3K real quick. Okay? That's what I'm betting my money on anyway. So let's see how it plays out. Rhubarb is surely not a rhubarb. Hey, shout out to anybody who's actually ever had a rhubarb pie. My grandma used to make that shit when I was growing up. Not bad. Just need a lot of sugar on the rhubarb. Rhubarb itself's not all that tasty anyway. Continuing. Solana Foundation sounds a memorandum of understanding with the VARA, Dubai's virtual asset regulatory authority, setting stage for deep collaboration between crypto builders and crypto regulators. Good. Talent development programs, sharing economic impact, workshops, support for Solana Economic Zone. There's going to be a Solana Economic Zone in Dubai. Let's go. Boom. Love it. Now check this out. Guys, some people ask where the money is going to come from. Really? Yeah, everybody's had the rhubarb, Ohio rhubarb pie for the win, strawberry rhubarb pie, apple rhubarb pie. It's nice mixed. Anyway, NASDAQ listed class over plans to raise $500 million in a new deal to build Solana treasury. This is the fourth or fifth Solana treasury company it's announced. We now have about 2 billion or so of Solana buys announced by these treasury companies. Now, the market cap of Solana today is what, like 80, 90 billion dollars. So literally, we're talking percentage points of the supply being bought up here. The impact of treasury companies on the altcoins is going to be way more dramatic than the impact of treasury companies on Bitcoin, right? A new treasury company gets launched for Bitcoin. They buy $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a $2 trillion plus asset class. 1.5 billion ain't nothing to sneeze at, and it all adds up. But you need a lot more of those $1.5 billion buy companies to make a difference. Whereas a company buying $500 million or $1 billion of Solana, it's an 80, 90 billion dollar market cap asset. That makes a real big difference. And people ask, Lark, when are the altcoins going to go up? We have altcoin ETFs coming. And I know it's taken longer to get them than we would hope for, but they are coming. We'll get the first four are likely to be, again, XRP, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Solana. We are getting treasury companies that are buying Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. The amount of money is going to flow into the top of these assets, right? The top big market cap coins is going to be bonkers crazy shit, and it's going to move the price of these assets big time. Then what starts happening? Everybody who's holding Solana now, they get rich. What do they start doing? They start gambling their money on effing dog coins, and everybody gets rich or loses it all. Either way, it's the way it works. But guys, do you see the big picture? Do you see what's happening? Everybody always asks, well, where is the money going to come from this cycle? We have the answers coming from these big corporates. Retail will come in to buy the top, or retail will come in to be the extra liquidity. They always do. Right now, you have an insane amount of money pouring in to crypto, in even, yes, now altcoins, and to all the Bitcoin guys out there who are like, oh, you see, they're never going to buy altcoins. You literally have these degenerate companies out here buying Solana, Ethereum, and XRP now. It's going to get way crazier than you think it's going to get, okay? Psychedelic says very close. Many large alts are looking incredibly ready. Pictured here is Solana. Many others look almost identical. Lots completed. 5-wave structure. The ABC correction's about to wrap up. Nice. Nice. Solana to the moon. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, nice. All right. Solana is on the move. I dig it. And dig it. We got an order in at 160.50 to try to catch this re-break on the 50-day EMA here. Feels semi-risky in the current market situation. But, you know, it's always risky, isn't it? It's always a risk. Let's see how it plays out. Hopefully I don't get stopped out and get a little bit of distance here so I can move the stop loss up to break even. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, Solana making moves here. Crazy. This, you know, this what should have been a bullish pennant, of course, failed to the downside, but the breakout target stuck, man, just basically to the penny here. Okay, not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. Like, Came right down to our breakdown target, bounced, moving back up. Let's see if it can maintain momentum. I mean, Bitcoin in the red. Stocks in the red. Not by a lot, though. Wouldn't take a lot to flip that back over. This makes me a little more suspicious about my this current Solana pump. But hey, you know what? Let's see if the salami can pull it off or not. Dog with hat is breaking out, guys. Look at this. Now, as scary as all this stuff has been the last few days, you have to put it all in perspective. What have we had mostly for major assets? We've had 20-day, 50-day, or 200-day EMA retests basically across the board. Now, a lot of assets have been really weak. Some have now traded under the 200-day EMAs by a lot. But look at Dog with Hat as an example. Look at this thing. Yeah, it got rejected up here at the 200-day EMA, but it came back down for a 50-day EMA retest, currently trying to take out the 20-day EMA. That also then kind of, I think in my mind, largely invalidates any sort of thesis around, well, this is just going to be a bear flag. You see when the price gets back up to within over half of the flagpole, it invalidates the flag thesis. So that's interesting. Dog with hat, if it can put a daily close here over the 20-day EMA, perhaps there is a trade there. Let's keep an eye on that. This is interesting. Sistine Research shared this, is mentioned many times. Bitstamp is building a perp dex on XRP Ledger. It's very interesting. Robinhood has bought Bitstamp. Robinhood stocks to the effing moon, man. Let's go. But it's a massive exchange globally. Used to be a really, really big deal back in 2017, much less of a big deal nowadays, but still, you know, it's still a big enough cryptocurrency exchange, serves a lot of major markets, got licenses in EU, UK, US, Asia. Big deal. It's a big deal, man. So XRP Ledger's going to get a perp dex, huh? Fascinating. Fascinating. XRP, another one with a beautiful 200-day EMA retest right here. And look at that. After basically a one-day deviation, we are back within the triangle, man. We're back in the effing triangle. Gosh darn it. Look at that thing. XRP, man. Don't fade the bread garlic house coin. That thing is going to moon super hard at some point and do that thing where it does it like once every year or once every couple of years, which is Lark, if you had a fat, big juicy bag of Avalanche, would you put it into Solana at the moment? You know, I think this very thing about my AVAX bags. I do have a juicy bag of AVAX personally. And I keep just holding it because like everything that's happening on AVAX is good, except the price. And that's a real problem as an investor holding an asset. Perhaps I'll just enjoy my naive water. I understand the temptation. I mean, look how strong Solana has been by comparison. If AVAX had done the same thing, that price of AVAX now would be like, I don't know, like 80 or 90 bucks. Let's say it had moved in a similar way as Solana had moved. Instead, it's at 20 bucks. Still 80% under the all-time highs, and it's made no high this cycle, not even close. It's my red light hat, Damien. Trying not to go bald. Actually, I want to get like a whole red light cabin. Big red light panel, just something for the bathroom. I don't know. Stand there naked in front of it every day. Absorb. More information than you guys need, I guess. Anyway. Moo dang to the moon. Let's go. Let's go. Let's check in on our Stinky Hippo coin. Stinky Hippo coin. Let's go. I have not actually looked at Moo dang today. Maybe I should have. Missing out. Moo dang's pumping without me. All right. That's interesting. Okay, Moo dang. Oh, I'll put it on screen. Moo dang. Check this out right here. Back to the 20-day EMA. Now, here's the thing. Let's say we close the daily around 22 cents. Probably pretty good. Again, MACD is still pretty beat down. Volumes are not super amazing right now, but they're not horrific, but it'd be nice to see a lot more volume coming on this move. If you're going to get rejected, it's going to be right here. But everything's always scary all the time, right? Everything's a risk, right? You want to see a close above the 20-day EMA, 22 cents, right? So you can put in a limit long, trigger long from 22 cents, which is, we're almost there actually, but just as an example, with it then stop just maybe down here like 21 cents as an example. So basically, if you fail to break out, you get out before potentially going back down to like the 50-day or something like that. Let's see. Obviously, Mudeng's been a very popular coin, and it's got the ability to run super hard when it starts pumping. So you give your opinion on Stellar. Stellar's is one of those blockchains that just literally I struggle to care about at all, honestly. And not really much happens over there. I'm surprised it still gets as much play as it does. Chart looks kind of like crap right now. Just be keeping it honest here, right? It's where's our 200-day EMA? We'll put 200-day EMA up there. So it's trading below all the major moving averages. Compare that with XRP, which is of course still defending the 200-day. You know, XLM has basically become a proxy play for XRP, but why not? Here are my things you say in 2025. Why wouldn't you just buy XRP instead of XLM? Oh, I know XLM is underrated. It's worth less, but XRP is the obvious winner here. I don't know. Just not a lot goes on over on Stellar Lumens. I'm not saying nothing goes on, but like nobody talks about it. Nobody really does very much with it. Like look at the mind share of XRP versus the mind share of XLM. Oh, but XLM is this is gonna be the cycle. Stellar Lumens is gonna flip XRP. It's the chosen one. Jed and McCaleb's bags are gonna go to the moon. Don't know. I find myself struggling to get excited about it. I'm not anti-trading it, man, but why not just trade XRP even? Yeah, I saw that, Zach. Plume, I bought some more. Sucks. RIP Eugene. Don't know what happened to him, man, but RIP Eugene, man. Yeah, one of the co-founders died. CEO's still there. Core team's still there. All that kind of stuff. But yeah, you inherit your mother's father's hair pattern. I'm totally going mega bald then. Grandpa Tony did not have a lot of hair in his 60s. Let's put it that way. I want everyone just to remember my words today. XRP Ledger is the new financial system of the future. Mark it on your calendar. Then you say, then when it happens, you say, damn, old Creeker Monster wasn't BSing. There you go. It's now officially recorded on the history of the internet. What on earth is a red hat? I'm interested. Red light therapy is scientifically proven to help, repair your skin and stimulate hair growth and stuff like that. Go watch some YouTube videos on it. It's super interesting. They'll explain much better than I will. But that's the basic idea. The virtuals chart. Let's have a look at the virtuals chart. I'm not in virtuals. The coin, I own some. Who's McCall? There, the AI agents over there. It's definitely cooled off a little bit. I think momentum-wise, you see it's really slowed down from this big move here. We did get up to that sort of 260, 280 target, but that was, major area of resistance, right? So it's been a very clean coin thus far. It's had 1, 2, 3, 4, currently experiencing its fifth. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently, why do I keep meaning 5? 4. It's getting its fourth test right now on the 20-day EMA. MACD is trending down, so it's definitely showing a lack of momentum here. The flip side is people keep making money on these damn new launches over on virtuals. So if the market is going to find a way to rally a little bit here, then we are going to see virtuals probably pop back and probably take out this 270, 260, whatever resistance here. Let's see. If it fails to, if market more broadly turns down and we see the price pull back, then I think you might even look at like something like 130 down to the 200-day EMA as an interesting buying opportunity here, which of course then lines up with this previous price support over here. So interesting area of confluence, let's say. Lark, what do you think of Chainlink? Well, I took my profits out on Chainlink, but I think it's still definitely possible to have that kind of run. Obviously, it requires the market to run, which hasn't really happened yet. You know, it's interesting. There's been slow, steady grinding bid on Bitcoin. We had a very brief moment of hope in December that we could have a breakout, but maybe it was kind of that move that was necessary just to smash everyone's hopes before the actual move happens. And most people will be sidelined, and then everybody will be forced to chase everything higher. Chainlink should double soon. Bear trap happens when everyone is bearish. It doesn't happen when you're bullish. Simple concept. That would be your OF show. Naked crypto news. Nobody wants to see that. Not even those naked bear ladies in bikinis, man. Got big case of bear spray Bitcoin to 325. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have a look at the Jupe chart. Let's have a look at the Jupe chart. Jupe to the moon. Wow, I just keep getting all these random exchanges. Let's do Kraken. There we go. Kraken's got it. All right. Jupe to the moon. Look, chart looks fine. What is the chart showing us right now? Okay, bottom, first high, higher, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now you might argue that this is a problematic move here if this was the higher low, unless you let's just zoom it back here and say this was the higher low. Basically, we keep putting in higher highs and higher lows. We're defending the 50-day EMA right here, 20-day EMA, attempting to retake it right now. We are not seeing very big volumes on this current move higher, which obviously is problematic. We want to see more volume step in here. We're not seeing that across the altcoins right now. So defending the 20 and 50 days, I think it remains relatively bullish. You lose the 50-day, and then we might reprice back down to, well, some nice discounts from there, let's say. Honestly, it's still trading under the 200-day EMA at 65 cents. That's not fantastic. We really need to see that retaken. Assets trading under their 200-day EMAs are not inherently bullish, okay? Short deviations, whatever, fine. But this has been trading under its 200-day EMA since February 3rd, consistently. So not great, but in a downtrend for a while. And obviously that lines up with all the Libra, Meteora, Calcier scam cartel bullshit. Because, you know, Jupiter got a lot of backlash for that because of their connections to Meteora. Anyway, Jupe to the moon, still one of the best protocols on Solana. Do you have an opinion on Doggone Runes? You know, I don't really think about Dog to the Moon. I know a lot of people. Dog go to the moon. Here we go. Don't really think about it that much. Like I said before, if I was to buy, if I was to buy a Bitcoin meme coin, it would probably be Dog go to the moon. But I'm not really interested in Bitcoin meme coins. I think there's a lot better interest in liquidity for base meme coins, or even Avalanche meme coins, or Solana based meme coins. But hey, you know what? Chart looks just fine. Chart looks just fine. Let's give it props where it's due. We've had, of course, this nice sort of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Taking out the 50-day, taking out the 20-day. Very nice movements right along. Multiple retests, and we're on our third retest of the 20-day EMA here again. As long as the whole market doesn't puke its guts and Bitcoin doesn't take a giant fat dump on everyone, then probably goes higher. Where's higher to next? Well, obviously this previous area here around 0.06 cents, probably pretty interesting. You can see that's also previous support areas, previous resistance areas back here. So that's probably the big one to break out beyond, followed by probably really the target to, that must be the previous all-time high. Is it? No, previous all-time high is way higher than that. But that 1 cent area becomes the next major target after that. Right now, MACD is trending down. We haven't seen histogram flip over yet, so the momentum is not quite there on this move currently. So let's see. Let's see if we can defend this 20-day EMA moving forward or not. Okay, continuing. Catch up in the chat here. You know, we never talk about SUI around here, right? We should definitely take a look at the SUI chart. What is happening with our buddy SUI, the coin we basically never ever talk about on this channel? Let's have a look. SUI. Apparently it's SUI. SUI. Everybody just says SUI, like calling a pig. Here, SUI, 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 let's go. So SUI's in a very interesting position right now. Obviously, we had that gargantuan hack the other day, which, you know, nobody in the market liked that, did they? No. You see this is a potential deviation from this downtrending support line that was in play there for a while. Look, we came back down to retest the 200-day, $3. We bounced back up, currently attempting to retake the 50-day. I mean, if you want to go long on SUI, I would say probably like 340, something like that. 342 if you really wanted to be a little more conservative on your move. Let's say about 340 as an example. Go long at 340 because that would be the price retaking the 50-day EMA with some targets up to, well, you can just stagger it up, you know, 370, 380, back up to $4 or whatever. But currently, if you're going to get rejected, it's going to be right here at resistance, running into the 50-day EMA. Would that reject us back down this low? I don't know. Depends on what the wider market's going to do. We can see the EMA is currently attempting to turn things around. It's below the 0 line, which is a good sign. Histogram's flipping back in the right direction. So we'll see how that plays out. But overall, it's looking decent. It's looking decent. But of course, you have to compete with this sort of problem right now that you have essentially a bearish flag forming up, low volume move pushing it higher into resistance at the 50-day EMA. So you got to get the price above the 50-day EMA. Bulls need to step it up on SUI here. Get the price trading back above the 50-day EMA. That invalidates, of course, the rejection at resistance, and that also invalidates the bull flag, or bear flag, sorry. Here's the American Lark, the SUI pig call. Oh yeah, classic stuff. What do you think about, you know, I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about these treasury stocks, but what do you think about the CEP stock merged with 21 Capital, the Bitcoin focused investment vehicle backed by Tether, Bitfinex, SoftBank? They bought a lot of Bitcoin. It's a very, very small percentage of the actual stock. I have CEP. Oh, I don't remember exactly. Were they getting like 3% of the total stock or something? So the people who are buying it, again, I can't remember. We don't remember all the details, but people were aping it at a very high NAV to Bitcoin, right? Higher than MicroStrategy. So I guess the assumption on people who are buying it at those kind of highs were that, well, they're just going to get so much Bitcoin. It's going to go so crazy. The price of this thing's going to go absolutely bonkers. So it's worth buying it now because it'll keep going higher and higher beyond that. Lark, you getting paid not to talk about ICP? Man, I wish I was, Luke. You guys got to hook me up for this, man. There's all kinds of coins we never talk about on the channel. Getting all kinds of paychecks coming in, man. Be great. Be the best. Are there any coins actually being used in the real world right now? I mean, something wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's a shit ton of coins being used in the real world right now. The thing is like, we are starting to see an uptick in real use cases. And we can just go on and on and on and on for days and days and days about the real use cases that are starting to pop up in the world, whether we talk about real world assets, we talk about trading real estate on chain, we talk about remittances. I mean, there's so many real world use cases that are actually being used in crypto right now. Payments in entire countries, right? All kinds of stuff's going on. The tricky part is we're still so early on the adoption side that's going to take a while to filter out to the regular people, right? But we're seeing games that are going to bring more crypto wallets on board and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of things happening out there in the world that's going to be good for real world use cases. And it's going to keep happening. More people have interacted with the crypto than you realize. The tricky part is that a lot of people they just want to get rich quick in crypto, and they're not really worried about the real world use cases, but the real world use cases that are going to continue to drive users and money into it over time. Crypto is life. People who say we don't have an altcoin season yet, they should open the alt USDT pair and see we're rallying since 2021. I think when we talk about an altcoin season, there's been plenty of opportunity to make money in altcoins. That's been definitive. Whether we talk about the big rally in early 2023, the big rally in late 2023, the big rally at the start of 2024, the big rally at the end of 2024, the current rally, there's been plenty of opportunities to make money in altcoins, okay? The broad altcoin season, that's, I think, the thing that is getting a lot of people stuck up, because everybody's waiting for all their coins to pump at the same time and for massive liquidity to flow into the market and everything to go to the moon, essentially. People waiting a long time for that. And I think we'll get some version of that, maybe not quite the way it's worked out before. But what people, crypto is life. I think you bring up a good point. What people are waiting for is the final act, right? Because they associate making money with altcoins only on the last sort of 3 to 6 months of the market cycle, which is where the most money is made, to be fair. But you can make plenty of money in the other 3.5 years of the cycle as well. It's just not as easy with altcoins. You have to be more selective and all that kind of stuff. And certain things that pump more, like meme coins, have gone crazy, and some layer ones, but not all layer ones, and some DeFi, but not all DeFi. But yes, there's been plenty of money made in altcoins. Okay, guys, we're on 2 more questions. Ha 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 ha. Fart coins totally missing out by not partnering with a fuel company so they can be true gas money. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. How do you feel U.S. gold reserve reevaluation could affect crypto? It might give the U.S. government the fuel they need to buy Bitcoin for the strategic reserve. But isn't it interesting how that whole conversation just kind of stopped happening? It's like Trump and Elon were like, yeah, audit Fort Knox for like 2 days. And it's like Trump got the phone call like, yo, you need to shove that Fort Knox thing, man. And then just whoosh, silence. Nobody said anything about it since then, have they? Somebody got the phone call, man. For some reason, which makes the whole thing even more suspicious. Where's the gold at, man? Where's the gold? How do I farm airdrops while working from home? There's an incredible amount of opportunity, okay? It is not necessarily easy peasy. It requires work, requires time. And you're going to have a lot of airdrops that are total shit. There was a guy, that was like his name. There was a guy on X, and he just publicly farmed airdrops. And he made millions of dollars, starting with very little money. Now, perhaps the golden era of airdrops is behind us. I don't know. But there's going to be airdrops continually coming. It's a lot more crowded than it used to be. The best way to get airdrops is just to find tokenless protocols and keep using them. Hope that you get something in the future. Most of the time, you're going to get pennies. Really just like that. Like, please, sir, could I have an airdrop? No airdrop for you. Go away. But every once in a while, you hit it really big. Last year? Was it 2024? I swear it was 2020. I don't even know anymore. No, it was late 23, early 24. I was doing a lot of airdrop farming because I wanted to show you guys that it is possible for anybody to make shit tons of money. Airdrop farming. Did 6 figures. It was great. Okay? It's funny because then the airdrop started getting shit and I stopped airdrop farming. And I kept seeing Hyperliquid going, I can't be bothered. I'm so tired of airdrop farming and, you know, all these airdrops that it's not worth my time. And Hyperliquid, of course, the one that gave people like, I don't know, $10,000 for doing one trade or whatever. It's crazy. Release Larkcoin. There will not be a Larkcoin. No Larkcoin. Nope. No golden Fort Knox. Have you ever chatted to Andy, the Truth Terminal creator? I have not, Tanya. Wouldn't mind. Certainly be interesting person to talk to, but I have not had a chance to talk to that guy. Did you buy the new? I did not buy the new Solana phone. I should. Just one of those, just so many like little things. Yeah. So many little things out there just you can do. You have to think, okay, where do I focus my time? Do I want to focus on meme coins, on AI agents, on airdrop farming, on DeFi, on trading? Like, choose your poison and then become an expert at it. Because here's the thing, if you want to make money on AI agents, gosh, there's so much money to be made on AI agents. It's a hot new niche. People love it. Shit tons of money. Shit tons of money to be made there, okay? Same with meme coins. Same with DeFi farming, all that stuff. You just have to find your thing. All right, Tau dude. I see you, man. You were seen. Let's do it. Let's talk about Tau real quick, and we're gonna finish up after that. Tau to the moon. Okay, let's have a look at it. BitTensor, man, definitely one of the best AI coins, isn't it? It's got a lot of adoption. A lot of people are very excited about. Big excited community. I've always liked that about it. I've never bought BitTensor, but I can certainly understand why people got excited about it and why they have bought it. Look at that move from the bottom. You know, a lot of altcoins will look at that and feel very jealous. Look at this. This thing's up 130% even after the recent pullback. That's incredible. My Aptos bags, it's not quite the same effect. Anyway, interesting, of course, with the recent pullback, we saw where did it come out down to. Super fascinating, isn't it, this TA stuff? Look here. The recent pullback from 2 or 3 days ago came back down to 366, which was resistance here, support here, resistance here, resistance here, support here, support here. Fascinating. Key control point, we could even say, for BitTensor. So right now, what's the price doing? Nice pump 4 days ago. What happened there? That's beautiful. Retested the 200-day EMA, bounced very strongly off of it. Now it's currently pulled back, kind of with the rest of the market being a bit blah, but all right, back at the 50-day. Bidding within this area around the 50 and 200-day, if you're just a long-term spot holder, probably going to be a pretty good spot to be in. So yeah, BitTensors, when the markets start heating up, this will go way higher. You can tell it's got the strong community. You can tell it's got the people who are all excited about it and stuff like that. So yeah. Have you checked out KTA? Yes, we did. We did a report on Keto when it was $25, $30 million market cap, something like that. We did it in the newsletter, highlighted it as a high potential coin. And of course, did I buy it? No. Oh, I did not. Classic. Yeah, but it's up massively since we highlighted it as a good buy in the newsletter. So if you're not signed up to the newsletter, just go check it out. It's free. Link down below. Yeah. Trying to watch the stream at work, but people keep asking me questions, so I just quit. Work. Boo. Go make more money, man. Monty, get some AI agents, get some meme coins, make millions, quit your job. Let's go. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much, and I'll see you back next time. Peace.